Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarQives, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel, where I do VOD reviews, gameplay, Overwatch gameplay, Apex gameplay, variety stuff, whatever I really want from my stream at twitch.tv/KarQ. Today, we have the Overwatch experimental patch notes for May 27th, 2021. You see Baptiste here. That's right. The current meta, if you're watching this in the future, is MCCREE is really strong and Baptiste is really strong, and it's rush comps everywhere. It's like Ryan Diva with Lucio, Baptiste, and MCCREE and whatever else, or Ryan ZARYA sometimes. So let's see what they're gonna experiment with, shall we? We thought for Baptiste, first thing they're gonna change is Exo Boots, his jump. Charge time increase from 0.7 seconds to 1 second. That's it. Just a little bit more time for his booties. The biggest complaint for right now for Baptiste is he just does too much. He does a lot of damage with his 3-round burst. He does a lot of healing with the direct heals, AoE healing. Immortality field got nerfed last patch, where it's 10% of your max health. It's still really strong. And all they're going to do is just change his little booties. Doesn't really affect him that much. He's still going to be very powerful. Developer comments, though it felt better to use previous reduction to Exo Boots time, result in Baptiste becoming much more evasive. Since he already has strong defensive abilities in regen burst and immortality, we're reverting how quickly he can charge the Exo Boots. This was unnecessary. They're touching the wrong part of Baptiste. If you ask me, this isn't going to do anything to him. He's still going to be very, very good, and one of the more strong core picks. A bit too strong, if you ask me. So wrong nerf. Now MCCREE, what they're going to change is the reload time from 1.2 to 1.5 and reverting the combat roll distance. So if you guys don't know, about like a couple months ago, MCCREE got buffed, so basically MCCREE used to shoot his thing really fast, then they lowered that speed, so it was like a medium speed, and then they buffed him because they thought like people would be really upset with the whole like nerfing of the fire rate, so they gave him faster reload time, and then they increase his combat roll. And all they're going to do now is they're just going to revert it. But they're still keeping the fact that he has 225 HP. So, I mean, the combat roll distance, it was kind of ridiculous before. So this is okay. Reload time is increased, sure. But the biggest problem with him is still the 225 health, in my opinion. A lot of people complain about the flashbang. Yeah, flashbang is kind of like annoying CC. And then Fan the Hammer is still really good. Honestly, I would have liked to keep the combat roll, maybe keep the reload time, but just alter his HP back to 200 and maybe nerf the Fan the Hammer damage or lower the flashbang range. Something like that. But mostly, if you were going to ask me, just 200 health again. There's no reason for him to be at 225. That's just my take. You honestly could have kept everything else, keep him at 200, because the breakpoints for a lot of like heroes' time to kill is based on 200 health. For example, Hanzo Storm Arrow does 70 damage, right? But if MCCREE has 200 health, it's just 3 Storm Arrows to the body or 1 headshot, 1 body shot. But the fact that he has 225 health literally makes it so you have to pump in 4 Storm Arrows. You have to hit an extra arrow. Like 225 health is a big deal. It means he can survive Ana's 3 taps for 70 damage each. Like, it's just very annoying. So just revert 200 health, and that puts him in line a lot more. So they nerfed the wrong things on MCCREE and the wrong things on Baptiste, in my opinion. Moira. Many channeled abilities automatically reload weapons as they're locked at a reload, regeneration. So basically, resource regeneration is 3 times higher while coalescing. Basically, after you use coalescence, you're basically going to have full juice again. Because like right now, the automatic reversal, the automatic regeneration is too slow, like is kind of slow by default. So it just basically allows you to, get it back after coaling, which is a nice change. Moira isn't really meta per se right now, but she might slowly creep back into the choice. If they nerf BAP a little bit more, you might see Moira as like the main go-to for rush. I mean, you sometimes see Lucio Moira instead of Lucio BAP in some sort of brawly rush comps. Like you've seen like Winston Diva with Lucio Moira. You can actually do Ryan Diva or Ryan ZARYA with Lucio Moira and just play really fast. A lot of people just choose not to because I think Baptiste does too much, but this is an alternative. And if you give her a little bit more power, she might become meta again, but this is fine for her. I think I'm okay with this Moira change. Reaper. They're actually going to try to make adjustment brings Reaper self-healing back to where it was before. I remember they nerfed the weapon damage, but they're actually increasing his lifesteal. Now, Reaper isn't really a problem in high elos on PC. I don't know how big or annoying he is on console, but I mean, this is just 5% lifesteal. I felt like in higher elos or higher ratings, if you're going to burst down a Reaper, you stun him, he gets killed anyways. The lifesteal isn't too big of a deal, but a little bit of a buff. He might be pain in the ass on console. Who knows? Somebody said pain in the console. Somebody else said he's fine. Was it used to be 50% lifesteal? I don't remember that. I would not want MCCREE to kill off a fan hammer. Maybe like each consecutive bullet does less. That could be okay. I want him to be rewarded with 2 headshots. The fact that Flash 2 headshots is 280 damage and a fan the hammer is 300 is kind of crazy to me. So why, like, if you're full ammo, you might as well just fan because it's just more reliable. You want to reward him for hitting 2 headshots. I agree with that as well. So maybe like lower the stun time, or no, the stun time has to be perfect with double headshot. Just have fan the hammer do less or HP. Anyways, that's about MCCREE. I backtrack as I was reading chat. So this Reaper change is fine for most people, I think. And the Zarya change. Zarya's base damage wasn't adjusted after the beam hit detection changes a while back, but she wasn't seeing much use at the time either. Now that she's more dominant presence and a variety of team comps are looking to reduce her beam's average damage, although the same maximum damage is still achievable. Basically, now it scales from 75 to 170, down from 95 to 170. Basically, if you're a bad Zarya at 0% energy, it's going to hurt you even more. You're going to feel more useless at first. But this is only beam. Early on, when you have 0 energy, you mostly poke with your secondary fire anyways. So this isn't too bad for most Zarya players. It'll scale. At what point does it break even? Only at max, right? So there's just a longer range. It curves off like this, right? It veers like this is the ramp for the first graph, and the other one is kind of just underneath at 75 lower, but then they meet in the middle. So as long as you maintain high energy, you probably won't notice this too much. But this will be more affecting. This will be affecting more of like the metal rank Zaryas who can't achieve high energy early. Also, Zarya used to be 190 too. Yeah, for the high energy. I didn't realize they nerfed it to 170. It's been a while. This isn't too bad, but I didn't really think they need to nerf Zarya, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what you guys think. I think Zarya was fine the way she was. She wasn't even like super. I think Diva was taking her place anyways. I feel like this is kind of just like I don't even know why you want to bother changing this. But, okay, that's the Overwatch experimental patch notes. Let's actually take a look at what it looks like in a game. Baptiste, right? Oh, this is normal. Sorry, I didn't change anything. This is what it is right now. Okay. And then what else is there? There's the MCCREE. The reload time. And the roll goes from like here to like here. This is not this is normal without experimental. And then what else was changed? Reaper lifesteal we can't see. Zarya we can't see. And then Moira with regenerating juice on her coal. Okay, so let me empty out my juice and see how much juice I have right now. Okay, it's refilling. I'm empty. I'm at like 1/5 of my juice back at the end of coal. Okay. Baptiste.
No dying on my watch.
Dude, this doesn't even feel any different. What? You never even use like full charge Baptiste jump anyways. What's this? You always use just like a little bit for a little hop anyways. Okay, that made no difference. But MCCREE. The reload time? Okay, the reload time looks noticeable. I can actually tell. You can kind of see. And then what about the roll? Definitely not as far. 20% more was like here before. It's still very far though. It doesn't like feel terrible, this roll. It's still a pretty good combat roll. But the reload time doesn't really affect him. Neither does that. Okay. And then coalescence. Last one.
Science will reveal the truth.
Okay, I'm half. Watch the refill, okay?
I need to surrender to my will.
Oh, it is much faster. If you're empty juice before coaling, you're at a little bit over half juice again. So that's kind of nice. So as soon as you come out of coal, you can heal quite a bit. That's pretty good for... I think that's fine for Moira. That's way faster. That one's the most noticeable. I mean, it says 3 times. 30 to 35 is really little. I'm not going to test Reaper here or the Zarya, but that's basically the gist of the changes. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.